So, what type of valves or fittings do you need in order to get your cylinders filled here at Indian Valley Scuba? Trust me, I'm sure if you have it, we can connect to it. Of course, everyone recognizes a standard scuba yoke fitting as well as the DIN connections here. So whether your cylinders are a little bit bigger than this or just like these little puppies, we can fill them up here. We also fill oxygen cylinders with the standard oxygen industry 2-pin connector. Keeps you from filling with anything else. SCBA cylinders require a special CGA fitting in order to connect to that. Again, this fitting is rated up to 6,500 psi for the SCBA fills. We've got old style pin valve fittings here, which we can adapt to. Your paintball or air rifle, quick connect, disconnect chucks of various sizes. We can connect in there or connect through the top fitting as well. We've got a top cylinder fitting here, which again, we've got the adapters for. So, whatever you have, challenge us. Bring it in, get it filled.
Hi there, my name is Faith with Indian Valley Scuba. I'm going to be talking a little bit today about some of the services we do for tanks. So some of the main services that we do for tanks are hydrostatic tests and visual inspections. The first thing that we do when a tank comes into us is check for a DOT number. DOT stands for Department of Transportation, so tanks have to be registered with the U.S. Department of Transportation before we can do any servicing on them. A DOT number also is helpful because it tells us what kind of material the tank is made out of and what kind of pressure it can withstand. Tanks that do not have a DOT, such as this one, would be something that we could not service and we'd have to get back to the customer unserviced, as well as unfilled. We couldn't do anything with the tank without a DOT. Any number that does have a DOT, we can certainly service. The first thing we check is that hydrostatic date. Hydrostatic tests have to be done every 5 years, so we'll do a test with any tank of any size, as long as it's a tank that is DOT registered and has the proper material. After that, we're able to stamp on the tank the new date, and then we'll be able to use it as reference for the next 5 years and make sure it's always within spec before we fill it with air. Anytime we take in a tank for service, we'll use this little sheet and fill it out. Make sure that we mark down when the original hydrostatic test was, the last one, and any other material that we might need, like the pressure rating and the visual inspection. Visual inspections have to be done every single year. We have these stickers that we use to put on any tank that will mark the month and then the year that it was visually inspected. Visual inspections are a scuba industry standard procedure. They're not something that's required by law. So if you bring in a paintball tank, something that's not going to be used for breathing, you don't need to have a visual inspection. So here at Indian Valley, we've created these little stickers that we'll use instead, so that when you come in, you don't have to purchase a visual inspection every single year. So that saves you a little bit of money and makes sure that you have the right servicing for the type of tank and purposes that you have. Thank you. Go ahead.
So we're going to talk about cylinder services here at IVS. Obviously, you can do visual inspections that are required annually as a scuba standard. We can also requalify your cylinder by doing hydrostatic requalification per DOT standards to give you many years of life out of your cylinder. We can do various fills from the standard air fill to custom nitrox fills to trimix fills for deep technical diving. Full range of services. A number of the employees are qualified as air fill technicians. A number of employees are qualified as cylinder inspectors, cylinder requalification technicians. So we provide that complete full range of services. And a really important thing for people who don't yet own cylinders, if you buy a cylinder from IVS, you will get free hydrostatic inspections and free visual inspections for the life of that tank as long as you own it. That is unmatched by any other local shop in the area. And it's the prime reason why people buy their cylinders from Indian Valley Scuba. Bring your tanks here, we'll fill them, we'll inspect them, we'll requalify them, and you'll be a happy customer.